Yes, now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the TankNiplz YouTube channel. Welcome back to another episode of Subway Surfers. I think I've lost count. I think this is 61. We're deep into the series. I mean, I've kept it up for long enough. It's only right that I finish it. You know, it's starting to become my thing, which is quite sad that my thing is mobile games and Subway Surfers, because, I mean, that's not what I wanted for my channel necessarily. I don't mind it. I think it's a great idea for a small series, but however, it is the biggest series on my channel. I want it to be proper gamer. Like, I'm not good at games. I like playthroughs, so I'd love to do playthroughs and then also like do vlogs, and this would be like my main channel. You know, like all the good YouTubers who upload good YouTube videos. That's where I'd want this to be, you know. And unfortunately, it's not at that, for many different reasons, that some are out of my control, some aren't. Some are just me not having that winning mindset to get up and go. And that's one thing I've been trying to actually encompass into myself recently. And that is that, although there's plenty of things I'm not capable of, like lots of things and nice equipment cost money, time that I don't necessarily have because of college and work, unless I didn't enjoy my life, which all these things I can get around, like the money I can save, I can stop spending on little things, which is kind of hard to do. You know, I mean, with being young and also having a girlfriend and going out with your mates and all this, and you're not earning a lot at my age, so it is kind of hard to save some money sometimes. But there's no excuse. I physically can't do it, so why not? And then, like I said, time, you know, I've got college, I've got work, and then I've got to keep up with this. I mean, I'm getting up early every morning for college and work. Like, I don't have a day off. It's 3 days college, 4 days work, right? And although some of them are only up to half the day, I'm getting up early and I get tired. And I spend a lot of my free time just relaxing, watching YouTube videos, watching stuff I like. And obviously that's where I get my passion from, is the stuff I watch: wrestling, YouTube, music I listen to. That's where all my passion comes from for this stuff. But at some point I need to start applying. And while it's a great reason, it also is still an excuse. I can sacrifice that time for YouTube if it is really what I want. And that's another thing. If it's really what I want, it's what I've got to do. If I'm not doing it, is it really what I want? Exactly. I've got to stop saying that. So, I'm not going to promise nothing, because, again, when I make promises and I break them, I don't like it. So I don't like to make these promises. Not in case I break them, just my past history. But I am going to get more consistent. Not just more consistent, but more quality. I've been saying this for a while, and it's slowly been creeping in. The quality and the consistency, it's been creeping in. And I used to be mad at the fact that I don't blow up, but obviously I know why. There's a mix of inconsistency. Not that I never upload. Like, I upload quite frequently, even if it's not consistent. But the problem is I'm not uploading every day at the same time. And now that's never used to be a problem, although these days it's built off of algorithms, and that absolutely is. Even if I didn't suit the algorithm that everyone else is doing, at least I have my own version. But it's kind of just been random. Like, I might miss a day, upload for 3 days, miss 2 days, upload for 4 days, miss a week, upload 1 day, miss a week again. That's not consistent. And then sometimes when I upload, it might be 4 o'clock, it might be 9 o'clock, it could be 1 in the morning, it could be 10 in the morning. It's very, it's very rare I have it exactly consistent. And there was a time I had a plan and a system in place to do that, and it worked for a bit, and then it didn't. Even the game you're watching now, I recorded this gameplay days ago, like I think Tuesday, and it's Friday. I'm only just now doing this now. This is mental. So yeah, I need to get back in that headspace. I need to get on it with my YouTube, and I promise I will be. I promise the quality is gonna up, and I'm trying to bring the gaming videos back. Like, I'm talking like 2K23 tournament, GTA. Just currently my laptop is getting repaired. My laptop is what I use for that. It's how I record the gameplay, connecting the Xbox to my laptop and then editing it on my laptop. I can't edit it on my phone. However, if I can't record it, I can't edit it. So I'm waiting for my laptop to come back and be prepared, which I've got to pay 100 quid for. And then I can bring back those videos. And I need to get this 2K23 tournament done as quick as I can, because 2K25 doesn't have long left until we have 2K26, and I need to do the 2K25 tournament. It seems like I'm forever going to be behind. So depending on how long me doing a 2K23 tournament takes, I might just jump straight to 2K26 because I'm on next gen now, which is something I didn't have for a long time, which if you follow out of this channel, you know I made a video about it, and you know I've been struggling with this shit for ages, because when I first got a gaming console, it was 2019, and I was 11. That's late for most kids, yeah. I got a PS4 2019, and then I think in about 2020, 2021, when the next gen consoles were coming out, all my friends, what did they do? Wanted to get, obviously, a next gen console, but they all decided, even though we were all on PS4, they didn't like the look of the PS5. They preferred the Xbox Series X. So they all got Xbox Series X. At that time, my dad happened to get some sort of deal where he got an Xbox included with something. So, but it was an Xbox One. And obviously, if this is at the time that next gens are coming out, that's probably why. So I was able to play Xbox One, and it didn't affect anything. I could still play all the games they did, and I could still play with them. It was only about 2022, 2023 when GTA Online became expanded and enhanced, and that cut me off from playing GTA with my friends. And then a lot of games I just didn't play with my friends. I got bored of playing the Xbox. I never had time for it because I got a job and I got a girlfriend. I got a life, essentially. I never had time for it. And then my gaming life just kind of died. And I was waiting to get a Series X, not only to bring my gaming enjoyment back, but obviously for the videos as well. So I'm glad that's finally here, because that has been a big part of my life, that I can finally get. I didn't even get a Series X, I got a Series S, which is bullshit, by the way, because on the box it says 512 gigabyte. The reason I got that was for the money. I had the money. Oh, well, obviously I had the money to buy a Series X, but it was with the understanding that it would be 400 quid. They only just went and upped it to 500 quid. Why? Don't know. Has it been out 5 years? Yes. So why are we getting it? Why is it going up 100 quid? God knows. It should be going down, but obviously it's because it's going to be a next gen console at some point in the near future. So I've got a Series S, but it's probably going to last a year, maybe two, and then I'll have to get another one, which is not fun. It's never fun, but we've got to do what we've got to do, you know. Yeah, so I got the Series S, and I could have got 1 terabyte on it, but that would have cost so much more. So I got the 512 gig one. Only it's not 512. You see, about 150 of that is used for the actual console to run. So really what you get is about 350. Now, that's fine, but if it's 350 that I actually get to use for my games and not 512, then just advertise 350. You don't have to tell me about the storage you need for the console to run, because now I've been misled. I've been led on, you could say. And if you're charging me based on 512 gig, well, I've got a problem now, because I can't actually use 512 gig. If I had got a terabyte one, but I only be able to use 800 gigabyte of it. I didn't think so. So can we not do this like how it give us my storage back? I'm probably gonna have to buy something that I can extend on the end of it and get myself some storage, because it's ridiculous. How ridiculous is that? It's so ridiculous. Anyways, what should I talk about? Let's promote the Rants channel. I've got a channel called Thomas Rants. It's where it's supposed to be where I talk about wrestling, boxing, and music. However, professional boxing is slow right now. Like, there's not much going on, and not everything happens all the time. And I'm also not the best qualified to talk about it. It's very controversial. You know, and if you're not don't have your head in the game all the time, and you're not watching constantly, and you're not the most experienced fan or the most experienced in boxing, your opinion often isn't that valid. And if you get opinion wrong, so many people want to argue with it. So I feel like there's no point in me talking about it, especially when I'm only really watching like big fights. Not like, oh, I'm only going to watch when Tyson Fury fights. Fuck Tyson Fury. But like, I'm going to fight when I know who I'm going to watch when I know who the fighter is, you know what I mean? And for the price of the pay-per-view, it's got to be special for me to watch. But I keep up to date with it. I do like boxing. I do talk about Misfits boxing because it's a lot easier to talk about, but that only happens once every like 4 months now, so don't expect much content about that. And I talk about WWE weekly, multiple times a week, Raw, NXT, SmackDown, give reactions to all of them, including predictions and reactions for the PLEs. And then I'm supposed to talk about music. You know, I wanted to do music reactions until I just realised, like, first of all, it was hard to do. And then when I did it, it looked terrible, it sounded terrible. And I was just doing too much. And I wasn't proud of it, really. And then I had this thing that, like, although I do like watching reaction channels, it's not necessarily what I want to be. I want to, you know, I want people to watch me for my content. So maybe sometime in the near future, but nah. But what I've decided I am going to do is I'm going to rank stuff. You know, I'm going to go explore music, because I'm constantly doing that for my own interest anyway. I'm going to explore people I don't know. First of all, I'm going to go through the artists I do know and the artists I do listen to. I'm going to rank their albums, rank their music, rate it all. And then I'm going to do that with artists I don't know and artists I want to listen to, and or maybe an artist that you guys want me to listen to. And then I can explore new music, because I just love music, all genres. I mean, I have my favourites. Like, I am predominantly a hip-hop fan. If not hip-hop, then probably pop or country. Country hip-hop, you know what I mean? We're talking like Jelly Roll, like bits of Morgan Wallen and stuff like that. But yeah, I want to explore all music because it is interesting, and if you don't like music, there's something wrong with you. Yeah, that is how my channels are going. I just need some consistency and some top-notch quality content, and I need to learn to drive. I basically know how to drive. I just need to pass my test, which is in February, because that's the waiting times that are mental. And I'm not paying for cancellations yet, not until my instructor says I'm 100% ready. And I really wanted to just turn 17 and like learn to drive in like a couple months. And the reality of paying for it myself and time and money just hit me like a ton of bricks. I mean, I physically can pay for it for myself, but obviously I want to be sensible. I want to put money aside every week. So it took about 4 or 5 weeks to build up the money to buy a block of lessons. And that took time. And then also, I now had to spread those lessons out across the weeks that I had to save up the money. So I could only really have like one lesson a week. And sometimes like there'd be weeks fully booked up, and I'd have to book the next week, and I'd have to wait 2-3 weeks between lessons. So it takes time, as well as the fact that it took about 5 months after I turned 17 to actually start driving. I don't know why I put it off for a couple of months. I think I was waiting for a provisional, which didn't take too long anyway. But then when I finally got around to booking it, it was like end of December, start of January. And then I had to get a new instructor straight away because our time schedules didn't match up. And then I finally did by February. And I've been ready to drive since probably last month, 2 months ago. Which isn't bad at all, because when you think about it, February to June or February to July or February to August, that's 4 to 6 months. That is exactly what I wanted. Unfortunately, waiting times for test means February. But once I'm 100% ready, because more consistency, I'll get that cancellation booked, hopefully, and get an earlier test. And then I'll be happy, and I can drive, and I can make better videos. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. I know I said nothing about Subway Surfers, but like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.